that just happens when you're that girl. She can roll her R's, let's just say that. The older women, that they were mad because I was looking cute in my little yoga pants behind the register. Tonight I'm a lesbian because you made me want to be. Yeah. And that's a fact. Okay. I got a lot to say. All these voices in the background of my brain. Y me dicen todo lo que estás pensando. This is from Telepatía. I got a lot to say. All these voices in the background of my brain. The song will always be special to me. It changed my life. I love music that can be a staple for a period in time and kind of tell the story of a whole moment. And this was basically, for me at least, the song of the lockdown, because it first started going up during the lockdown, and the song is about being able to love people from a distance and telepathically, so I think it came at the perfect moment. It's always been important to me to show who I am, where I come from, and keep my heritage close to me, keep that not just a part of my artistry, but who I am as a person on an everyday basis. It's just who I am. Okay. Okay. Oh, so true. At the end of the day, she'd eat my pussy if I let her. At the end of the day, she'd trade lives with me if God let her. And that's a fact. This is Moral Conscience. No, wait. This is Hasta Cuando. Sorry, I'm getting my Red Moon and Venus songs confused. At the end of the day, she'd eat my pussy if I let her. At the end of the day, she'd trade lives with me if God let her. I don't know about you guys, but especially as a girl, I think a lot of times people just criticize us so much, and I've just, my whole life, I've just been a topic of conversation. Like, even before I was making music, that just happens when you're that girl. So I think having that understanding of, whoever it is that has something to say about you, at the end of the day, she would eat your pussy if you let her, and she would trade lives with you if God let her. And that's why there's so much conversation around the matter. Amo a mis brasileñas y mis colombianas, dominicanas, boricuas, amo mis mexicanas, y esta noche soy lesbiana, tú me das las ganas. Okay, this one is from Labios Mordidos. Amo mis brasileñas y mis colombianas, dominicanas, boricuas, amo mis mexicanas, y esta noche soy lesbiana, tú me das las ganas. This one, in English, it would say, I love my Brazilians, my Colombians, my Dominicans, my Puerto Ricans, my Mexicans, specifically talking about girls. And tonight I'm a lesbian because you made me want to be. Yeah. So, this one's for the girlies. The song is really just about loving women and just loving feminine energy, loving being around other women. I think there's so many male-centered songs out there, and I just wanted to make a song that celebrated women, celebrated Latinas, celebrated, being able to appreciate the beauty of women, and it's a celebration, really. I feel like a lot of the album is just very much honoring femininity, and so I felt like a perfect song to contribute. I think Karol, she's just a strong, amazing Colombian woman. She's such a force, and I always wanted to work with her because, we're both Colombian women, obviously, so it was amazing to be able to finally make that happen. I always wanted to do that. This song in particular, it was just special because I don't think there's a lot of, especially in our market, there's not a lot of songs that talk about, a woman wanting another woman that way or appreciating women's beauty that way. It's kind of always, like I said, about guys, or, guys might talk about girls sometimes, whatever, but it's never really this type of song. So I think it was something different and special to do with her. Thank you. All right. So if you need a hero, just look in the mirror. No one's gonna save you now, so you better save yourself. This is from After the Storm. So if you need a hero, just look in the mirror. I was just starting out, really, very naive, very, new girl on the block. Okay. Like, whatever happened to the human race? Did everyone's brains get melted and deranged? Bitches backwards to me. That's from Sunshine and Rain, right? The upcoming one, coming out sincerely. Like, whatever happened to the human race? Did everyone's brains get melted and deranged? I had a lot of goals with this album. I feel like the main one being just telling my truth. I feel like for every album that I do, I very much encapsulate, like I said, a moment in time for me. So this was just a chapter of my life, and it was a very raw, honest depiction of this chapter of my life. A lot of people are calling this song like After the Storm's cousin or sister or whatever, and so I wanted to do something a little bit reminiscent of that, but with a new spin. In the physicals, there's a dedication to my mom in the front of the vinyl, and the album is dedicated to her. So for me, it was important to also immortalize her and give her that moment of just keeping her memory in touch sonically through her voice. Good morning, sunshine. A lot of people didn't realize that was her voice, so I decided I would share that after, sharing that my mom had passed, so. Okay. Oh yeah, this is true. Still true, still true. Not to sound conceited, I'm not one to brag, but I'm the girl you needed that you never had. And that was from Jugs and Hella Melodies, which actually is not a song on any of my albums. It's Dawn's song. Not to sound conceited, I'm not one to brag, but I'm the girl you needed that you never had. I think it's just such a fun, beautiful experience to be able to just both be on the mic, throwing harmonies at each other, and it's such a deeper way to connect that you can't do with other people. So it's really beautiful. I love making music with him. We sing all the time. Our son loves music, so it's a very musical household for sure. She wants my $100 bills. She don't want love. This is from Just a Stranger off of Isolation. I think in general, when I wrote this song, again, it's just a fun song about girls. As you can see, I love women. I love to write about women. And this one in particular, it was just supposed to be about a fun-spirited girl that doesn't care about what other people think about her. Actually, Steve had written that hook. And so I just loved, when he wrote that hook, I loved that hook. And I made the verses a little bit more about just living by your own standards and not caring about what other people think and that type of girl. Tú estás con otra haciendo las cosas que en mi cama te enseñé. Pa' nada si después me llamas, me dices que todo te extrañas. This is from Fue Mejor. That was off of Sin Miedo. Tú estás con otra haciendo las cosas que en mi cama te enseñé. It says, you're with another doing the things that I taught you in my bed for no reason because you call me anyway, telling me you miss everything about me. We worked together in writing it, but she can roll her R's. Let's just say that. Yeah, she has her little fluency going for her. So there was something to work with there for sure. Yeah, she definitely got her Spanish on. Okay, this one's really deep. Let's get there intellectually. I just want to get high with my lover. Veo una muñeca cuando miro en el espejo. This is from Moonlight. That was off of Red Moon and Venus. I just wanna get high with my lover. Veo una muñeca cuando miro en el espejo. Kiss, kiss. The part in Spanish is like, when I look in the mirror, I see a doll. I would say that this new album is a more elevated version of everything that I've done. So Red Moon and Venus, Isolation, Por Vida, those are kind of more the worlds that this album is sitting in. I think that my Latin albums take on their own worlds and they're in a completely different pocket, but it's just a fresher, more evolved version of all the things that I've done. My first studio album is Isolation. A lot of people get confused. They think Por Vida is my first album. Por Vida was a free mixtape. It wasn't sold. My first debut album was Isolation, and then I was like, okay, I want my second album to be in Spanish. And then my third album was in English. My fourth album was in Spanish. Now here, it's kind of felt like doing double the work. And that's why I say this is my third English album, but it's my fifth overall general album. So it's a little confusing, but yeah. Okay, this is a throwback. You got some soft lips and some pearly whites. I want to touch them in the dead of night. This is from Melting from Por Vida. You got some soft lips and some pearly whites. I want to touch them in the dead of night. I would say Por Vida definitely gave me, I guess, a lot of my core fans, like the people that have really stuck with me since then, are my day ones. But yeah, it's been a journey. Thank you. It says, oh, this is a real throwback. Okay. And they say we should take their advice or it'll cost us our lives. She was so poetic. This is actually from another mixtape, Drunken Babble. I don't like to talk about that one, but the song is called What They Say. And they say we should take their advice, it'll cost us our lives. I do love this song. It is a really special song, and for me, it has withstood the test of time because I feel that it's timeless. The time that I dropped that song, I was working at the grocery store, and I remember when I came to LA and I shot the music video, and in the music video, me and my homegirls carjacked the guy, and I had put a gun to the guy's, private part, and we were, smoking weed and all that type of things that we did as adolescents. So at the grocery store, everybody wanted to start, like I said, everybody wants to criticize you when you're that girl. So they were all sharing the video and talking trash about the video. Oh, look, that she's, like the older women, that they were mad because I was looking cute in my little yoga pants behind the register. So they were like, oh, look, she's smoking weed and she's toting guns in this video, we need to fire her. They wanted to get me fired. So it was that music video made a lot of noise at the grocery store, let's just say that.